They ain't invited. King Charles' coronation ceremony set. Harry and Meghan unqualified as a guest. King Charles recently ascended the throne following his mother Queen Elizabeth's death, and while he became King of England the moment she passed away, his coronation hasn't taken place yet. Bloomberg reports that the king is expected to be crowned on June the 3rd during a ceremony at Westminster Abbey. The publication said government officials, speaking on condition of anonymity, had revealed plans were afoot for a ceremony on that Saturday. However, discussions were reportedly ongoing about what days would become official holidays. The royal website notes that the coronation ceremony has remained essentially the same over 1,000 years. So basically, the vibe is if you've seen one, you've seen them all. That said, most of us have never seen one. So Charles being crowned king should be pretty exciting. But sources have told British media outlets that Charles's coronation ceremony will likely be a shorter, smaller, and less expensive affair than those of previous rulers. And Charles has also reportedly asked for the coronation to reflect the diversity of modern Britain and represent different communities and faiths that reside in the UK. While Elizabeth was crowned in front of more than 8,000 guests in 1953, new safety measures in place at Westminster Abbey restricted the guest list at Charles's coronation to around 2,000. With ongoing drama between King Charles III and his youngest son, Prince Harry, and his wife, Meghan Markle, it's unlikely the couple will be in attendance for the event, according to who. Nonetheless, the royal family has made one thing clear: the tradition of the crown and the festivities will carry on, even without the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. A royal expert has cautioned against taking for granted Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's attendance at King Charles III's coronation. Royal commentator Jonathan Sacerdoti noted Queen Elizabeth II's funeral and the upcoming coronation are two very different events, with one pertaining to the family sphere of the firm, despite being a televised state event, while the second is an official royal and state ceremony. The commentator told Express.co.uk, in terms of Meghan and Harry being there, I don't think it's a given. Remember, they were present for the Queen's passing and mourning by coincidence. They had chosen to come to London and Manchester for the promotional tour of their own activities. The Invictus Games isn't exactly a promotional tour of their activities, and in a way, it was just fortunate that they were able to present immediately. I assume they would have flown over for the mourning period had they not been in the UK. But even then, it's not necessarily the case that they both would have flown over. That hasn't always been the case when they travel to the UK. The royal family has been in what appears to be an endless string of drama with each other, taking turns switching roles as each scandal and fight behind the palace walls comes to light. The latest installment once again pits Harry and Meghan against the crown, as they attempt to stall their upcoming Netflix series due to the disapproval from Charles. Hanging in the tension of the moment is not only the release of the series, which could have a potentially world-shattering view of the royal family upon airing, but also Harry's tell-all book deal that reportedly worth $20 million. More than money or adding to their list of achievements since stepping away from their royal duties are the reputations of their children Archie and Lilibet. It's rumoured that Charles has been hesitant to give his grandchildren royal titles. And amid potential scandals from the release of both the Netflix series and the book, the soon-to-be official king could be holding those titles hostage.